There is a book on its way that is going to be an instant classic. If you love books about chosen family, platonic relationships, friendships, platonic love stories, even a little bit of romantic love stories, if you like a little bit of mess, if you like wonky family dynamics, this has all of that and some more. It will be released in February of 2026. I cannot wait to see everyone's reactions, their comments on this beautiful work of art. I received an early copy of Ken by Tayari Jones, and I read it at the very end of 2025. Guess what? This book became my favorite book of the year. Yep, it came in and it stole the number one spot out of 83 books that I read. I personally feel transformed by this book, and that's why I gave it a 6-star rating. This is a new rating system for me, and if you get a 6-star rating, you receive the Alexandrite Gem. This is the first book to ever receive that. Ken follows two African American girls who grow up as best friends. They're both motherless children and they find themselves relying on each other all throughout childhood for companionship and just navigating being a child that longs for that motherly love while being raised by female relatives. We get to watch them be thicker than thieves, hip to hip, all the things, all the girlfriend things, all the best friend things, all throughout their childhood, teenage life, and then when they become women. However, when they both reach womanhood, they end up going in two separate directions. And that's where the story really takes off because we watch them maintain and nourish the love that they have for each other despite becoming completely different. I was able to relate to this perspective in this book because I myself have experienced growing up with friends, being hip to hip, being girls together. And then when you become women, sometimes you experience changes within yourself that the friendship doesn't change with, or you don't change with the friendship changes. Either way it goes, sometimes you have to find that extra strength and extra effort to put into the friendship to make it last when paths just go in two different directions. That's exactly what happened between Annie and Vernice in this book. They are such a beautiful picture of what best friends and just good girlfriends look like, feel like, all the things. They go through so many things that are so relatable to just being a girl with your friends. And I found myself laughing. I found myself shocked. I found myself embarrassed thinking about things in my own past. And I found myself just really invested in their love for one another while they were living two very different lives. I think the author did a great job at personifying the word kin. I think she did a great job at painting the picture at how kin doesn't always mean blood related. I could also relate to that because I know for a fact that I have kinfolk out there. These are the people that I chose, I continue to choose, and they continue to choose me. We stick with each other through the seasons. We give each other space when needed. We're close as can be, as if no time has passed when we come back together and just so many other special moments that I found myself reflecting on, tearing up, thinking about, just remembering all the sweet memories that I have with friends and friends that I don't even have anymore. Some of them didn't last through childhood to adulthood, but just remembering very sweet moments when it comes to those human to human platonic interactions. I definitely believe that this is a beautiful platonic love story and it moved me deeply. It really struck a lot of emotional chords in my heart and it was a ride. It really was a ride. I also love that the author really put into perspective that your friends don't have to be the same as you, not in all walks of life, not in all seasons of life. Your friends are allowed to change. You're allowed to be different. You don't have to be on the same level. You don't have to be in the same circles. You don't have to live in the same places, but it's that effort and that consistency and that intentionality that makes friendships last through adulthood. I loved it. I saw it. I reflected, I felt convicted, I felt held accountable. All those things that I believe is so important when it comes to thinking about and reflecting on the most important relationships that we have in our life. Another angle that I enjoyed in this book was the picture that was painted on how some of us have to go into the world as adults and we have to make what we want to be a reality despite not having a lot of personal examples of that thing. I can speak for myself where there are things that I have adapted or built in my life that are very sacred to me because I had to build from the ground up. I had to envision those things. I had to look at outside sources. I had to really put in a lot of personal work for the first time ever to be the first person ever in my family to achieve certain things. And I saw some of that in this book where these girls didn't have certain examples and then they had to go out and they had to forge those realities for themselves. I thought that was really powerful. All in all, to me, this book is very powerful because it really gives a glimpse into that chosen family trope that not everybody that's close or not everybody that's considered family to you is actually blood related. And those people are some of the most powerful relationships that we can experience. I really enjoyed all of the characters in this book. There was such a wide range of characters. Like, there were people in this book that makes you be like, how are you just openly talking like this? How are you just like doing this? Like, where do you have to be in life to just live this type of lifestyle? This book is packed with so much depth. There's so many quotable moments in this book. There is a lot of mystery, not intended, I don't think, well, not in a thriller type of way, but it's more like a, where is this going? Where is this going? And where it takes you, just prepare yourself. It just was a really touching read. I enjoyed all the side quests. I enjoyed all the internal dialogue. I enjoyed the thinking that the characters did and the way that they were so like openly feeling. They felt through the dialogue in the book and through their internal dialogue. I enjoyed reading the depths of their hearts. And this book is just, it's magical. It's magical. I cannot recommend it enough. It will be released in February of 2026. And I cannot wait to see everyone's reactions and their comments on this beautiful work of art. So, if you read this book and you like it, come back and talk to me about it. If you have gained some interest in this book, comment so that we can talk about it before you get it. And then I would love to have deeper discussion because there's so much I did not discuss because I want to keep it vague. I really like people to experience the full book without giving too much, but I just wanted to pique your interest and let you know that there is a book on its way that is going to be an instant classic.